What if your favorite fast food chain vanished tomorrow? Some of the biggest brands in the industry, from McDonald's to your local pizza parlor, are fighting for their survival. Soaring costs, harsh competition, and failed tactics are bringing them to the edge of disaster. In this video, we count down 20 fast food behemoths that may not survive 2025. Spoiler alert, several legendary businesses are in deep difficulty, and you won't believe who's on the list. Stay around to find out if your favorite area is at risk. The fast food sector is collapsing quicker than a wet hamburger bun. Could 2025 be the year we bid farewell to some of the biggest personalities in the game? Rising expenses, fierce competition, and shifting customer preferences are creating a perfect storm. Even the most recognizable brands are battling to survive, from rising beef costs to labor disputes and technological mistakes. These firms are battling an uphill battle in a tough environment. These 20 fast food behemoths are on the verge of collapse, and they may not be able to take your order by the end of 2025. Let us dive in before it's too late. 20 McDonald's, the world's most iconic fast food chain, is under increasing strain. Rising operational costs and eroding trust in product quality are causing fissures in the foundation. Food inflation has risen by 99.1% in just 2 years, U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. The chain is torn between two difficult choices: absorb the costs or boost prices. Both hurt. Attempts to cater to health-conscious trends through salads and wraps? A total flop. With an impending minimum wage boost in states like California, $16 per hour by January 2025, franchise owners are feeling the pinch. Automation efforts such as kiosks and AI-powered drive-thrus aren't filling the gap. Meanwhile, competitors promising clean eating and transparency are stealing the show. With same-store sales down 1.7% globally in Q3 2024 and persistent supply chain disruptions, the Golden Arches may not shine as brightly in 2025. 19 Burger King's throne is falling. Mismanagement, intense competition, and a refusal to modernize have rendered the chain susceptible. Its parent business, Restaurant Brands International, RBI, reported a 5.2% reduction in U.S. store sales in 2024. Rising meat prices and labor costs are reducing profitability, and glitzy advertising campaigns have failed to entice customers back. Competitors like Wendy's thrive on fresh branding, whereas Burger King's slow menu revisions leave customers chilly. Franchisees are feeling the heat too, with approximately 41% considering leaving the system. Franchise Times 2024. Without a substantial change, Burger King may lose its crown for good. 18 Wendy's has long been praised for its fresh, never-frozen claim. However, rising operating expenses and shifting customer preferences are endangering its market share. Beef prices alone climbed 8.3% year-on-year in 2024, making it more difficult for Wendy's to retain its premium image. Inflation is driving budget-conscious shoppers to less expensive options, such as Taco Bell and McDonald's dollar menu. Even worse, Wendy's drive-thru sales, once a bastion, are declining, with wait times increasing by 23 seconds per order since 2022, QSR magazine. Efforts to strengthen digital and delivery systems have faltered, with delivery revenue falling 3.4% despite sector growth. Without innovative ideas, Wendy's may find itself melting beneath the heat of 2025's difficulties. 17 Subway was once the unquestioned sandwich king, but Eat Fresh just doesn't cut it anymore. A huge rebranding effort in 2023, complete with premium sandwiches and a $9 billion acquisition to Roark Capital Group, has not been enough to keep customers interested. Subway's long-standing tagline, Eat Fresh, isn't as effective as it once was. In 2024, U.S. sales fell 3.8%, Technomic, and shop closures are on the rise. Over 1,200 sites have closed in only 2 years. The company's reliance on franchisees is proving to be a major problem, with many battling to stay viable despite low profit margins and rising costs. Ingredient prices for essentials such as deli meats and fresh veggies are rising, while labor shortages complicate matters further. Years of quality concerns, legal disputes over tuna, and rising competition from businesses such as Jersey Mike's, who provide more transparency and personalized service, have degraded Subway's reputation. Efforts to entice younger, health-conscious eaters with the Subway Series menu and a new mobile app have had limited success. In 2024, digital sales increased by only 2% year-on-year, well below competitors' double-digit growth rates. If Subway fails to adapt to the fast-changing quick-service restaurant (QSR) market, the sandwich giant may be forced to close its doors in 2025. 16 Chipotle, once seen as the poster child of the fast casual dining industry, is now facing a slew of obstacles. Rising ingredient costs, particularly avocados and proteins, increased operating expenses by 5.7% in 2024. To cover these expenditures, Chipotle increased menu prices by 7%. Q3 earnings report. Yet the price increases are driving away some customers. Another source of contention is labor relations. The company's ambitious objective of hiring 7,000 additional workers by the end of 2024 has been hampered by high turnover rates and salary inflation. Chipotle's decision to focus on in-house delivery rather than partnering with third-party applications such as DoorDash or Uber Eats has proven costly and inefficient, further reducing profitability. New food safety worries are complicating matters. Isolated cases in 2024 have reignited fears over the notorious E. coli outbreaks in 2015, limiting traffic growth to just 1.2% by 2024. Meanwhile, competitors such as Sweetgreen and Qdoba are gaining traction by offering health-conscious menus without steep price increases. If Chipotle does not change its strategy, its Food with Integrity mission may fail, jeopardizing its position in 2025's competitive market. 15 KFC, the world's most famous fried chicken chain, is trying to remain relevant in a competitive market. Inflation pushed poultry prices up 14.5% in 2023, while labor costs rose by 8%. These constraints forced KFC to hike menu pricing by much to 9% over a 2-year period, upsetting value-conscious consumers. The figures tell the story. Foot traffic to KFC restaurants fell 12% year-on-year, Placer.ai, making it one of the hardest-hit fast food businesses in terms of customer visits. Attempts to modernize with plant-based chicken replacements and healthier options, such as green beans, have not gone well. Sales of its Beyond Meat offerings, which debuted to much excitement in early 2024, fell short of expectations. Meanwhile, competitors such as Popeyes and Chick-fil-A thrive on inventive menus and exceptional customer service. KFC franchisees are also feeling the heat as they struggle to meet Yum! Brand's pricey restaurant refurbishment demands, with same-store sales declining by 4.3% in Q3 2024 and roughly 150 closures expected in 2025, KFC risks becoming a relic of fast food's golden period. 14 Pizza Hut, once synonymous with American nostalgia and pizza night, is on the verge of oblivion. Once the world's largest pizza company, it is presently losing market share to Domino's and Papa John's. U.S. sales fell by 8.1% in 2024, Technomic, as the chain struggled to adapt to a shifting market. While competitors have embraced digital innovation, Pizza Hut's outmoded software and delivery infrastructure have left customers dissatisfied with delayed deliveries. Meanwhile, Domino's digital dominance allows it to undercut Pizza Hut on pricing, while Papa John's Better Ingredients campaign appeals more powerfully to health-conscious millennials. Even regional upstarts such as Mod Pizza and Blaze Pizza are capitalizing on trends like customization and freshness, making Pizza Hut's basic pan pizzas appear stale. The chain's difficulties do not end there. Rising cheese prices, up 15% by 2024, USDA, are reducing profitability on popular foods such as stuffed crust pizza. Furthermore, Yum! Brand's pricey restaurant remodeling demands are pressuring franchisees to close rather than invest, with over 800 closures globally since 2020 and a further 400 predicted in 2025. If Pizza Hut does not turn soon, it risks becoming a relic of pizza history rather than the powerhouse it once was. 13 Taco Bell, famous for its motto Live Más, is having to compete with newer, more upmarket Mexican-inspired companies such as Chipotle and Qdoba. Despite launching dozens of new menu items in 2023 and 2024, including the ill-fated $5 Ultimate Nacho Party Box, Taco Bell's sales per location fell 7% year-on-year, QSR Insights. The chain's value proposition is also under scrutiny. Taco Bell's once popular discount menu has become a burden since beef prices have risen by 88.5% in the last 2 years. Customers have complained about lesser amounts and poor quality after franchisees were pushed to reduce corners. Taco Bell received a terrible customer satisfaction score of 67% in a 2024 Market Force study, which is significantly lower than the fast food industry average of 75%. Operational costs exacerbate the agony. Yum! Brands is mandating pricey shop remodels and untested digital kiosks rife with bugs. Since 2022, these rules have sent roughly 150 franchisees into bankruptcy, with many more on the verge of failing. With debt ratios growing and profits decreasing, Taco Bell fears losing its grip on fast food culture. If it cannot alter its direction, the business that brought us the Crunchwrap Supreme may be forced to close its doors entirely by 2025. 12 Arby's, noted for its "We Have the Meats" tagline, is seeing its market share decline. Rising beef prices and a suspicious public are jeopardizing the chain's premium positioning. In 2024, the average price of an Arby's meal will be $11.79, up 10.4% in 2 years, making it one of the most expensive fast food options. Consumers on a tight budget are turning to less expensive options, such as Wendy's or Subway. Operational concerns exacerbate the problem. Chronic shortages of crucial ingredients, from roast meat to distinctive sauces, have resulted in reduced menus and dissatisfied customers. Foot traffic decreased by 6.7% year-on-year, Placer.ai, while competitors such as Jersey Mike's and Jimmy John's entice diners with fresher, faster, and more inexpensive options. Internal issues at Arby's parent company, Inspire Brands, are adding to the pressure. With a portfolio that includes underperforming businesses like Sonic and Buffalo Wild Wings, Inspire's divergent focus has left Arby's with insufficient resources to upgrade its operations. Complaints about bad service and costly merchandise are increasing. If this trend continues, Arby's may no longer have the meats and will risk irrelevance by 2025. 11 Popeyes, once heralded as a fast food hit after launching its viral chicken sandwich in 2019, now faces an uncertain future. While the sandwich initially boosted the brand's popularity, that impetus has since dissipated. Same-store sales fell 5.2% in 2024, QSR Insights, while foot traffic fell 8.3%. Complaints about variable food quality and service are piling up, harming the brand's reputation. The cost of poultry, a staple of Popeyes' menu, has increased by 133% since 2023, reducing already tight business margins. Franchisees are battling to keep their businesses solvent due to staffing shortages and necessary kitchen equipment improvements. Since 2022, almost 200 stores have closed, with another 150 predicted by 2025. To make matters worse, Popeyes is losing ground to competitors such as Chick-fil-A, whose streamlined operations and outstanding customer service continue to attract devoted customers. Even foreign expansion efforts have been underwhelming, with only 1% growth in new markets expected by 2024. Popeyes risks dropping as soon as it climbed unless it expands its menu or makes operational improvements. 10 Jack in the Box, the eccentric chain known for its late-night menus and hilarious marketing, is on the verge of bankruptcy. Despite signs of improvement in previous years, 2024 brought new hurdles that jeopardized its delicate growth. Moody's Analytics classifies the company as one of the top 10 most at-risk restaurant chains in the United States, with credit downgrades on the way. Rising beef costs, up 88.5% by 2024, are having a significant impact on iconic products such as the Jumbo Jack and Ultimate Cheeseburger, pushing price increases that are driving customers away. Foot traffic is down 9% year-on-year, and the chain's reliance on drive-through sales is backfiring. Long wait times and frequent order problems have reduced consumer satisfaction by 23% in 2 years. QSR Magazine. Operational inefficiencies exacerbate the problem. Skyrocketing prices for mandated updates to kitchen equipment and digital kiosks are driving franchises to close. 120 stores will close in 2023 alone, with another 150 predicted by 2025. Attempts to broaden the menu, such as little tacos and plant-based choices, have failed to generate consistent revenue. Jack in the Box is running out of margin for error. Dairy Queen, known for its blizzards and soft-serve delights, is trying to stay relevant in today's rapidly changing industry. Nostalgia has kept the company afloat, but its dessert-focused menu is revealing a significant weakness. Inflation-driven dairy prices rose 12% in 2024, USDA, reducing franchisee profit margins. Menu prices have risen by 15% in 2 years, alienating price-sensitive customers and resulting in a 7.9% decrease in same-store sales in 2024. Franchisees, particularly in rural regions, are feeling the heat. Rising labor expenses, higher rents, and mandated upgrades imposed by parent company Berkshire Hathaway have made many locations unsustainable. More than 25% are losing money. According to a Restaurant Business Online survey, 43% of franchisees want to close failing restaurants by 2025. Meanwhile, competitors such as Culver's and Freddy's Frozen Custard are luring customers away with newer, more creative options. Dairy Queen's efforts to broaden its menu with burgers, fries, and chicken tenders have done little to stop the tide, as these items face stiff competition from McDonald's and Wendy's. If current trends continue, Dairy Queen risks being reduced to a seasonal niche role or vanishing entirely. 8 Checkers and Rallies, known for its bold-flavored fries and drive-through-only approach, is fighting to keep its value-oriented firm solvent. Inflation and growing costs have wreaked havoc on the supply chain, with beef, cooking oil, and potatoes prices expected to rise 14% by 2024. These increases have necessitated considerable menu price increases, driving away budget-conscious customers. Same-store sales fell by 12% in the previous fiscal year. Technomic. The chain's reliance on low-income customers has become a double-edged sword. Economic challenges are driving its core customers to even lower-cost options, such as Taco Bell's Dollar Menu, or away from dining out entirely. Checkers and Rally's once strong drive-through concept has become a weakness. Customer satisfaction has dropped by 16% as average wait times reach 5 minutes. QSR Magazine. Another challenge is the aging infrastructure. Many properties built decades ago require expensive upgrades, which cash-strapped franchisees cannot afford. Since 2022, almost 150 locations have closed, with another 200 expected by the end of 2025. Efforts to increase digital sales have failed, with online orders contributing for less than 8% of revenue by 2024. 7 Hardee's, once a fast food giant, is now vanishing. The restaurant, known for its large burgers and emphasis on drive-through traffic, has seen same-store sales fall by 10.4% in 2024, the worst result in more than a decade, QSR Insights. Rising operational costs are harming the brand, with beef prices up 8.5% and franchisees unable to meet Yum! Brand's equipment upgrade standards. Would you like to continue discussing Hardee's issues or go on to the next topic? Hardee's, long a powerful force in fast food, is on the verge of collapse. Franchisees are in open revolt as labor prices rise by 12% year on year. According to a Franchise Business Review poll, more than 25% of Hardee's stores are now at risk of closing. Many operators blame corporate regulations for pricey upgrades, claiming they are the final straw. This has resulted in a wave of closures, particularly in the Midwest and South. The turmoil is exacerbated by Hardee's antiquated marketing strategy, which fails to attract younger, health-conscious eaters. The chain is now trapped catering to a diminishing clientele of older, value-oriented customers. Meanwhile, competitors such as McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's thrive on creative menu items and aggressive internet strategies. Hardee's attempts to increase sales through limited-time offerings, such as their Monster Roast Beef Sandwich, have failed, with customers complaining about high costs and poor quality. Foot traffic dropped 11% in 2024, Placer.ai, and predictions for 2025 show no indications of improvement. Unless Hardee's can improve its operations, menu, and branding, it risks becoming another casualty of the harsh fast food world. Sbarro, formerly the preferred pizza chain in mall food courts, is experiencing an existential crisis. The brand's reliance on foot traffic in malls and airports has become a clear risk. Despite efforts to revitalize mall culture, foot traffic in these venues is still 23% lower than before the epidemic. Coresight Research, 2024. What was the result? A dismal 13.3% reduction in revenues in 2024, with analysts declaring Sbarro's financial situation unsustainable. Rising expenses for bread, cheese, and tomatoes, up 15% collectively, have further reduced profit margins. Franchisees are being pushed to raise rates or shut shop completely. Nearly 100 stores closed in 2023, with another 80 planned for 2025. Sbarro's efforts to expand beyond malls have proved unsatisfactory. Standalone sites and delivery initiatives generate less than 5% of overall sales. Meanwhile, newer competitors such as Emod Pizza and Blaze Pizza are thriving by providing fresh, customizable options that appeal to health-conscious and time-constrained customers. Unless Sbarro can reinvent itself, something it has failed to do for over a decade, it may finally fold in 2025, marking the end of an era for a once iconic brand. 5 Carl's Jr., Hardee's West Coast brother under CKE Restaurants, is struggling under the weight of an antiquated brand and an unsustainable economic model. The company, once famed for its decadent, gigantic burgers and provocative ad campaigns, is now struggling to stay relevant in a market dominated by health-conscious consumers and tech-savvy competitors. Sales fell by a stunning 9.2% in 2024, QSR Magazine, marking the third consecutive year of declines. Rising prices are squeezing franchisees, with beef and labor costs up 8.5% and 11% respectively. Operators who already have razor-thin margins are overwhelmed by corporate directives for pricey kitchen renovations and remodeling projects. Nearly 150 Carl's Jr. sites closed in 2023, with another 200 expected by the end of 2025. Foot traffic continues to fall, Placer.ai, putting the chain at risk. Meanwhile, competitors like In-N-Out and Shake Shack are gaining market share through more efficient operations and improved consumer interaction. Without aggressive action, Carl's Jr. risks becoming a relic of the past, unable to compete in the shifting fast food warfare. Carl's Jr.'s downward spiral continues, with customer visits falling by a frightening 14% in 2024, Placer.ai. The brand's unwillingness to innovate has allowed competitors such as In-N-Out, Shake Shack, and Five Guys to steal its thunder with higher quality cuisine and more updated customer service. Digital transformation initiatives, such as mobile ordering and delivery platforms, have proven underwhelming. Digital sales contributed for only 6% of overall revenue in 2024, considerably below industry leaders. If Carl's Jr. fails to change rapidly, it risks becoming irrelevant in an increasingly competitive fast food industry. 4. Panera Bread, long a forerunner in the fast casual dining industry, is experiencing a perfect storm of issues. Known for its health-conscious menu and premium appeal, the restaurant has struggled to keep up with inflationary pressures. In the fourth quarter of 2024, same-store sales fell 12% due to rising bread, dairy, and fresh produce expenses. These hikes have led Panera to raise its rates, bringing the average lunch cost to $15.45, making it one of the most expensive alternatives in its category. What was the result? Alienated core clients and a dramatic decrease in foot traffic. Despite significant investment in digital kiosks and a loyalty program, Panera's digital sales growth in 2024 remained flat at 2.5%, significantly behind competitors such as Chipotle and Sweetgreen, which had double-digit rises. Franchisees have struggled to meet corporate requests for menu experimentation and upgrades, resulting in over 180 closures since 2022. An additional 150 closures are expected by the end of 2025. Diversification efforts, such as the introduction of pizza, have failed to acquire momentum. Meanwhile, competitors like Cava and Tender Greens are capturing market share with fresher, less expensive alternatives. Customer complaints about diminishing serving sizes and declining quality are increasing, damaging Panera's once impressive image. Three Domino's, once the undisputed king of pizza delivery, is now faltering under pressure. The chain's reliance on delivery sales, which account for 65% of total income, has backfired as third-party companies such as Uber Eats and DoorDash dominate the industry. Delivery sales decreased by an astonishing 8.9% in 2024, as customers turned to competitors who offered more convenience and more restaurant selections. Domino's refusal to properly connect with these apps has been costly. Operational costs have increased, with cheese prices rising 14% and labor costs increasing 11% by 2024. Profit margins for franchisees in some places are as low as 2 to 3% due to corporate requests for costly technological improvements. The repercussions have been dire. Over 200 Domino's sites will close internationally in 2024, with another 300 expected by the end of 2025. If the corporation fails to adapt to changing consumer tastes and adopt a more agile delivery model, its empire may disintegrate faster than anyone anticipated. Delivery times increased by an average of 8 minutes in 2024, upsetting customers and lowering satisfaction ratings. Attempts to entice guests with new menu items such as loaded tater tots and chicken taco pizzas were unsuccessful, resulting to a 6.7% drop in same-store sales. Meanwhile, competitors such as Papa John's, Emod Pizza, and regional brands are stepping up their game, providing superior quality and convenience. If Domino's does not adapt swiftly, the brand that invented pizza delivery may bid its final farewell in 2025. 2. Shake Shack, once the darling of the luxury burger industry, is currently struggling due to its premium pricing model and operational issues. The typical Shake Shack meal costs $16.95 in 2024, up 12% from 2023, pricing away budget-conscious consumers. According to Technomic, this resulted in a 1.3% loss in foot traffic and a 7.8% decline in same-store sales year-on-year. Shake Shack's expansion plan is also failing. While 40 new stores debuted in 2024, many are losing money due to exorbitant rents and limited foot traffic, especially in metropolitan regions, where visits are 18% lower than pre-pandemic levels. Placer.ai. Even attempts at innovation, such as digital ordering and mobile pickup, have been hampered by bugs and poor adoption. Supply chain interruptions and rising meat, potato, and dairy costs have reduced profit margins to less than 4%. Franchise operators, who account for 20% of locations, are opposing costly corporate regulations that yield little return. If Shake Shack does not solve its structural and operational issues, it risks toppling from its pedestal and off the menu entirely in 2025. Even the coffee powerhouse is not immune to industry upheaval. Starbucks expects to lose 11.2% of its customers and 7.4% of its same-store revenues by 2024. QSR Insights. Premium pricing has alienated longtime customers, with the average drink now costing $6.35, a 15% increase over the last 2 years. Labor expenditures are also increasing. Starbucks pledged to a $17 per hour minimum wage by the end of 2024, while widely praised has reduced profit margins to less than 8% from a prior high of 20%. Adding to the pandemonium is a spike in unionization. Over 350 stores in the United States will be unionized by late 2024, with demands for improved pay and working conditions causing even greater financial strain. Starbucks confronts severe competition globally, including from competitors such as Luckin Coffee in China. Slowing international expansion and economic constraints resulted in 300 closures in 2024, with another 500 anticipated for 2025. Without significant course corrections, Starbucks' famous green siren could sink. That's it. 20 fast food behemoths on the verge of collapse in a brutally competitive and ever-changing market. These once mighty firms are now fighting for survival as expenses rise and competition intensifies. Is there a favorite spot on this list? If so, this could be your final chance to get a supper before the lights go out for good. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay up to date on the stories that shape our world. Until next time, be interested and be